In this video, we will introduce you to the State of Ohio's Enterprise Planning Portfolio, EPP, process and demonstrate how to leverage the Decision Lens software solution to inform your decisions. DAS OIT and the state CIO have responsibility for statewide IT governance. Enterprise planning is a portion of the governance that helps support the state CIO office. This function ensures agency investments are strategic and in alignment with the enterprise direction. To begin, let's review what the EPP process is. The State of Ohio EPP is supported and managed by the Office of Strategy and Investment Management within the Office of Information Technology, OIT. The EPP is a portfolio of all agency initiatives meeting guidelines as defined by EPP decision framework and prioritized using statewide criteria. EPP contains a total of 30 agency portfolios. The information submitted by the agencies is used to support statewide strategic alignment. The goal is to 1. Collect the agency initiatives at the beginning of every fiscal year and perform quarterly portfolio updates. 2. To identify opportunities for shared services, agency collaboration, standardization, and volume purchases. And 3. To integrate with agency, DAS, and OBM governance processes. The EPP decision framework provides guidance to the agency to determine which initiatives should be added to the portfolio. It also covers a wide range coverage of initiatives, agency-specific, mission-critical to business transformation, technology innovation, and integration with enterprise services. Decision Lens is the technology enabler for the State of Ohio EPP process. This solution enables prioritizing initiatives for critical decision-making as part of the agency governance process. The Technology Board is engaged to review and update criteria to reflect the administration priorities and establish priority weights through pairwise exercise. The state CIO and DAS director have already approved the new common set of criteria with pre-assigned weights. During the ratings process, state agencies will apply weighted criteria to prioritize portfolio initiatives. The State of Ohio criteria weights have been established while accounting for the business importance to the state, enterprise strategy and alignment, feasibility, risk, and financial factors. Each of these main criteria, called parent criteria, have lower level criteria that fully describe the parent. Utilizing the defined criteria to rate and prioritize initiatives in Decision Lens offers several benefits and outcomes. The prioritized portfolio will be used to support effective decisions and bring alignment between business, IT, and finance offices. Making informed decisions is supported through stakeholder inputs and transparency of statewide initiatives across the offices, including Governor's Cabinet, Innovate Ohio, and the state CIO. Collaboration on common trends and opportunities will save the state time and money. Bridging strategy and operational activities enable effective allocation of finite resources. The process rollout strategy will take place in 3 phases. The first is the agency introductory visit with the CIO office. Here we will align EPP prioritization with the agency governance process. Next, we will demonstrate the ratings process and visualizations to solidify further understanding of the benefits of portfolio prioritization and help facilitate the first quarter ratings process. Last is agency training to train the EPP agency point of contact on ratings facilitation and running visualizations to support agency governance decisions. Now we will move into the Decision Lens software solution and provide you some in-app training on how to use the tool. In order to access Decision Lens, enter your username and password on the login screen and you will be brought to the Decision Lens homepage. As a portfolio owner, select the portfolio in your homepage that you would like to access and you will be brought to the Portfolio Overview page. The Portfolio Overview page gives a high-level overview of the content already included in your portfolio. From here, we recommend you click on the Alternatives option, which brings you to the Alternatives page. The Alternatives page is where you will add and edit your Ohio initiatives. Each agency has the ability to add new initiatives to Decision Lens and update existing initiatives as needed. To add a new initiative, select the Add Alternative button and add an initiative name. Then click Add or hit Enter. That new initiative will be brought to the bottom of your list. To edit existing information for an initiative, click the pencil icon next to the alternative name and you can make direct edits. Now that all of your initiatives are entered in Decision Lens, let's review the predefined criteria. Aligned with the portfolio goal, to prioritize initiatives against enterprise criteria. An owner can see the parent and children criteria with the governor's priorities included on the screen. The parent criteria in this portfolio are the following: business importance to the state, enterprise strategy and alignment, feasibility risk, and financial. Once all initiatives are entered in Decision Lens and aligned to the predefined criteria, an owner will set up the ratings collection process. The ratings collection invites subject matter experts to access the Decision Lens voting interface in order to place their votes for each initiative in the system. Let's take a look at what the voting interface looks like and what voters would see once the collection is open. A voter would log into Decision Lens and immediately see a task in their homepage asking them to rate alternatives for the portfolio. Once they click on that task, they're taken to the Ratings Overview page, which describes the process. A voter can click on Start Rating Alternatives button and are taken to the voting interface. Voters are then asked to rate each initiative against each criterion. Voters click on a point on the scale to place their vote and move on page by page until their overall progress indicator reads 100%. To view more details on the initiative or the criteria, simply click on the name and a panel will open with more information. To increase efficiency, voters can also place ratings using a multi-view page by selecting the ellipses at the top of the page and selecting Rate this alternative in multi-view. When voters have completed voting, they will receive their prioritized list of initiatives. Remember, this is just the voters' individual list. The final list is a composite of all voters' results. Now, let's review what the owner sees once results are collected. If we navigate back to the ratings page, the top 15 initiatives and their scores will populate on the rating screen in Decision Lens. An owner can also see the voter progress, who has completed the process, and who has not. There are many powerful visualizations that owners can leverage after the ratings process is completed. There are even more than what we're about to show you, so please let us know if you're interested in learning more. The first visualization we'll share is called sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis allows you to manually adjust the criteria levers for one or more criteria. For example, let's see what happens to our initiatives on the right side of the screen if we adjust the enterprise strategy and alignment parent criteria, which also includes the governor's priorities in Innovate Ohio, to 100%. Now we see a change column appears, which shows us numerically how many places up or down the list the initiatives moved based on the enterprise strategy and alignment criteria's weight increase. We can save this view if we select Save As, or we can click Revert and go back to our baseline. So I'm going to save new and save this criteria set as enterprise strategy and alignment 100%. To get back to my baseline view, I can now select the red X in the yellow header and be brought back to that baseline. Now, I can always go back to that enterprise strategy and alignment view at 100%. If I open up this side panel, under this criteria weights input, enterprise strategy and alignment at 100% is saved here, so I can get back to it at any point in time. Now, the next visual that I'm going to share with you is called trade-off analysis. Trade-off analysis is a spider chart visual that can be used to force similar scoring initiatives to compete head-on and identify the value-adding areas of each. Here we're going to compare the alternatives on the bottom: e-procurement, ODX Phase 2, and Ohio Data Analytics Expansion. And we're going to see how well they score against one another in regards to our 4 parent level criteria: business importance to state, enterprise strategy and alignment, feasibility, risk, and financial. I'm also going to filter the results by a custom set, the SOH enterprise criteria weights. So these 3 initiatives have high value scores, but their composition is different. So we can see that the ODX Phase 2 scores highest in regards to business importance to the state and enterprise strategy and alignment. However, it's not as robust if we're considering feasibility and risk and financial. When initiatives' performance scores are low, it might indicate a deficiency or performance gap, and the trade-off analysis visual is a really good visual in order to show those. The next visual, VROI, or Value Return on Investment, is Decision Lens' way of showing the value to cost, or bang for buck, that each initiative provides compared to the others. This ratio for each initiative is based on the cost input in Decision Lens on the Allocate screen. Let's navigate back to VROI and I'll explain this visual for you. I will zoom in on a section of the screen to show you specific initiatives in more detail. The light blue bar represents the relative value or importance of all of the initiatives, as we previously saw in sensitivity analysis. The dark blue bar represents the cost of each initiative. Now we see the initiative's importance and its cost side by side. If we bring in the VROI index, shown here in orange, this is commonly referred to as the bang for buck line. The higher the orange line falls, the more bang for buck the initiative contributes to the portfolio. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Ohio's EPP process while watching this video. We hope it's been informative and educational. For additional questions or comments, please contact DAS OIT Strategy and Investment Management and refer to additional software education content at dlu.decisionlens.com.